Our Nigerian men.
Ooh.
I'm asking
Don't talk about it. Like, what's a man if he's not a Nigerian man? He has to be Nigerian to be a man. If he's not Nigerian, he's not a man. I don't know what he is.
You're mad. I hope you're joking. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is Mad with Africa. Thank you for our subscribers. Thank you for those who have followed us. We really appreciate. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share our content. If you like our content, kindly share it to your friends. Mad with Africa is all about Africa. It's make a date with Africa. Travel to Africa. See the beauty of Africa. So today I'm with this beautiful young lady. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Sharon, and I'm from Zimbabwe.
Sharon from Zimbabwe. How is Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe is beautiful. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good country to be in.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to come from Zimbabwe.
Yeah. So you coming from Zimbabwe, what's so nice about Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe is a peaceful nation.
Yes.
We are very, very welcoming.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to come into our country and we're going to welcome you. Business-wise, business is booming.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard a lot of people saying Zimbabwe is open for business, Zimbabwe is open for business. What that means is any upcoming, young, small, emerging business is, people patronage. We give patronage to young emerging businesses.
Yeah.
And I think the environment rather, people are very welcoming to new things. We're just people that have this character of being absorbing sponges. Anything that's new, we absorb it, we learn from it, we give it support.
Okay, so basically, will you encourage someone to travel to Zimbabwe?
I will encourage someone to travel to Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
There are a lot of places that I haven't visited yet in Zimbabwe because there are a lot of places to go see.
Yeah.
I'm sure you only know about the Victoria Falls like you mentioned before, but we have places like Hwange National Park.
Yeah.
We have places like up high in the south with Binga. We have quite a lot of things that Chimanimani in Manyika land. Quite a lot of places that you'd like to visit. Yeah.
And is Zimbabwe safe?
Zimbabwe is very safe, extremely safe. Our people are still deeply rooted in Ubuntu, respecting the next person, respecting what they own, whatever that belongs to them belongs to them. But there are always bad apples in good apples.
So Mad with Africa, we do encourage people to travel to Africa, people to visit Africa and come and see for themselves. So here we are in Europe now. So how long have you been around here?
I've been around for 14 months.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been around for 14 months.
Okay, that's good. How was the experience when you came first?
To be honest, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because life is completely different here.
Yeah.
In terms of how you get an income.
Yeah.
In terms of how, when you enter spaces, rooms, how people are going to welcome you. So it's just you trying to integrate your culture with the existing culture, because we are in Europe, we do what the Europeans do. So but I can't say it's easy. It gets better with time.
How was the social experience? We compared our social life here and back home in Zimbabwe. How was it? How did you find the difference?
Social life here is a bit tough. Because imagining you're coming into a new place, you don't know anybody, most of us. You don't know anybody. You're just coming here trying to start your life as a young person. But you stick to the plan. I think it's important when you come here to stick to the plan. You know what made you come here. You know what you want out of coming here. So you stick to the plan.
So before you came, did you have a high expectation with whatever you knew back when you were in Zimbabwe when you came? Did whatever your experience was, did it match your expectation? No.
My experience did not match my expectations. When it's being put out there, it always looks like it's a bed of roses. I think, and that's everywhere. People tend to portray the nicer part, and we shield the bad, ugly part. But then I think, like I said earlier, it gets better with time. Everything really. Once you establish the right social capital, you enter into certain spaces that you would want to enter, and know certain people things
Yeah.
change, you know. Yeah.
So was it hard for you to adapt to the current environment now? How hard was it for you?
It was not too hard for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm Zimbabwean, but I was not bred in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
So I've been bred elsewhere as well.
Okay.
So wherever I was bred, I always needed to come to come to terms with the new environment and
Yeah.
live according to it. So it wasn't really hard for me, but I know for a random person it must be hard.
Okay. How are the people? Let's say the people you met here. How were they reacting, or how were they? How are you interacting with them? The language thing, maybe because you are in Liverpool now. The Scouse thing. How was it at first?
At first, it was tough.
Yeah.
Mostly I wasn't hearing what most of the people were saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would address you and you just be like because you wouldn't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I think with time you get used to their kind of accent.
Yeah.
And in terms of English is just English, so you
Yeah.
will pick some words.
Yeah.
And I think I've really normalized talking to people
Yeah.
and telling them come again.
Yeah.
Can you say that
sorry.
again? Yeah, I'm not going to pretend like I had anything when I didn't. Yeah.
But the British people, are they welcoming? The British,
One thing I've noticed about this country is the place.
Yes.
You go to certain places and be welcomed.
Yeah.
Liverpool, I don't know if you've noticed where we are here. We're in Birkenhead,
Yeah.
well, closer to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool, rather, is a place full of the older white people.
Oh, yeah.
The older white people, the older majority.
Yeah.
Most of them are pensioners, people that have worked and are living off benefits.
Oh, okay.
And I've just realized a lot of those people don't really embrace black people, black majority, their culture.
Yeah.
And but then if you go to a different place where there is a majority of
Big cities.
where there is a majority of younger people.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're not rigid. They're a bit open-minded.
Yeah.
And a bit welcoming when
Yeah.
it comes to other races. Yeah.
Okay. So Zimbabwe in Africa at all, because Mad with Africa, we promote Africa. So do you believe with the current economic situation in Africa, a young person can make it in Africa without coming to Europe?
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important question you've asked me today. I don't know what you're gonna ask me next, but that's the most important question.
Yeah.
Let me take you through it.
Yeah.
I think a young person can actually prosper or flourish more back in Africa more than here.
Yeah.
The quality of life here is better because service provision in Africa is a bit haywire.
Yeah.
Like even to town council level, you struggle to get bins collected. So when it comes to the quality of life here is quite better.
Yeah.
But you can flourish better back home because you just need to have the correct social capital. You need to know the correct people. Once you know the correct people, there are certain rooms, spaces that are not hard for you to penetrate. Home is home. Home is the best.
Home is the best.
Yeah. I've lived in South Africa before where people would be running up and down from immigration.
Yeah.
You can't have such a life each and every day.
Yeah.
So let's try and, make it back home.
Okay. Back home, I've realized when we are still back home, people think Europe is the milk of honey and milk, where you just come and plug money from the trees. What's your take on that?
No, you work for every penny.
Yeah.
Life is even harder here than back home.
Yeah.
You work for your penny.
Yeah.
Every single thing is written and documented.
Yeah.
You always have to defend your source of money.
Yeah.
Back home in Africa, you can do a deal in the street, beg your 2 million, go back home. You can't do that here.
Yeah.
You need to be able to defend where you got the money and how you got the money.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of money is back home.
Yeah. So you say money is back home?
Money is back home. And I say this all the time. Money is back home. It's the quality of life that is better here.
Just the quality of life?
Just the quality of life.
So,
but money at hand, home.
So quality of life, is it, so what's the negative factor that's making quality of life back in Africa that's not favoring us?
It's service provision.
Yes.
When I mean service provision, I mean from basic level.
Yeah.
From, like I said earlier, from town council level, bins are not collected. You know, there are a lot of pipes that have water everywhere. Sewages are bursting everywhere. Nothing is being done about it. When you go to the hospital, you need to know someone to get attended to. You know, medication is not always available. It's available to the minority and not to the majority. And
so it's, in short, you're talking about African leadership.
Yes, African leadership, yes.
So the moment we improve on our leadership, things will run properly.
Yes, things will run properly, definitely.
Okay, so talking about yourself now, basically what do you do?
I'm a traveler.
Yes.
I'm a traveler and I create content.
Oh, you travel a lot.
Yes,
so,
I travel a lot.
Because I market Africa, we market Africa. So any other country you've traveled to Africa apart from Zimbabwe?
Yes, I've traveled to South Africa, Botswana, Ethiopia, Uganda, Rwanda. Did I live in Ethiopia? Did I talk about Ethiopia? Yeah. So, in Nigeria.
Why do you mention Nigeria in this?
I mentioned Nigeria last because last and not the least.
Why Nigeria?
Because Nigeria is the best.
You're from Zimbabwe?
I'm from Zimbabwe.
Nigeria is on the west side of Africa.
Yes, Nigeria is the best.
And you say, why is Nigeria? How did you find Nigeria? Why is Nigeria the best?
Nigeria is the best. Besides me loving the people there, Nigerians are strong-willed people.
Yes.
You will never start something in Nigeria and not get support for it. Even the dumbest thing. They give patronage to small emerging business. They support each other. Fashion, music, content creation. Talk of the biggest content creators we've had in the African continent come from Nigeria. The biggest musicians. We've Burna Boy, we've Davido. I can say a lot
about Nigeria.
Nigeria is amazing.
Nigeria is amazing. How are the people, Nigerian people, when you are there? How was the reception? How are they treating you?
They treated me very nicely. Very, very nicely. Welcoming. And I think they love learning. They never know enough. You know, they always take it like, teach us, let's know about it.
How are Nigerian men?
Ooh.
I'm asking.
Don't talk about it. Like, what's a man if he's not a Nigerian man? He has to be Nigerian to be a man. If he's not Nigerian, he's not a man. I don't know what he is.
You're mad. I hope you're joking. You're not serious.
I'm telling you the real truth. He has to be Nigerian to be man.
Someone has to be a Nigerian to be a man.
Yes, he has to be Nigerian to be a man.
Okay, thank you. So, wish you all the best for your travel. You say travel job. I'm
a traveler.
You are a traveler. Wish you all the best, whatever you are doing.
Thank you so much.
Our job is simple. It's Mad with Africa. We sell Africa. We promote Africa, the beauty of Africa. We want people to learn and experience the beauty of Africa, because out there people think Africa, we are seen in the horrible, but through experience, through people's life, we come to understand Africa.
I think we need a lot of content creators from Africa, you know, encouraging people to see things on the ground,
on the positive
and not necessarily
way,
and not necessarily, you know, the propaganda that people run about saying and ranting, because Africa is not really that bad. It's not bad, in fact. Let people come over. We need you guys. Let's different cultures integrate and let's learn. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate for your time. Thank you so much. This is Mad with Africa. We appreciate for your time. Kindly follow Mad with Africa, subscribe and share to your friends. Thank you so much. We love you. We love you all. Thank you.